Hey, we back. We made it through Thanksgiving. It was a good Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a great holiday. Welcome back, y'all, to another episode. It took a little weekend off. It was hard. I was trying to get it out, and I was like, the Bears were playing. We had the Bears on an afternoon game. So, little Run DMC. We in the holiday spirit. So we had the Bears 9-3, first place. Another conversation, maybe whenever we get to an NFL show. But yeah, so we back. Another episode 7. Glad to be back. Happy holidays to everybody. Let's get in that Christmas spirit. Having an ultra today. Got to drink light after Thanksgiving. Get my calories off. A little ultra lime cactus. It's cold. It's Friday. So let's make it happen. Again, welcome back, y'all. Thanks for another episode. Thanks for being with me. Man, I was talking to my guy the other day, Joe. The association is good right now, man. It's kind of crazy. A lot of points being scored. Games are good. Teams are all over the place. You remove OKC, and I think we're on a level playing field. A lot of teams could be involved. So let's talk about what went on in the last couple of weeks. Last night, briefly, LeBron's, it's actually a great record, if it's a record. It is a record, probably just not, nobody pays attention. 1,200-something games, scoring 10 points or more. In typical LeBron fashion, he passed the ball. Rui hit the game winner. He finished with 8 points or whatever. So that streak is gone, but that's fine. This is his farewell tour, I hope, at least with the Lakers. So good for him. You know, he's finding his role with the team, and it's still Luka's team is working. Reeves going to work, killing. So shout out to LeBron on that one. Moving on the other side of LA, CP3 got sent home this week on a road trip down to Atlanta. Lawrence Frank had a meeting with him late night. I think you probably saw CP3 put out a very late night chat saying, I just got sent home like he's 2 years old. I don't, people like how you feel about it, don't really care. And here's why. CP3 is in his 20th year too. So at that point, you know, he started all 82 games for San Antonio last year. And I know they got Fox. Fox came back. They got a lot of young guys. So there must have been a reason they didn't want to, or they just felt it wasn't worth keeping him around to do that, be that veteran leader on the team. And they're a young team. So could have been a great fit. For whatever reason, it didn't work. I don't know if he really wanted to be with the Clippers. But if you've been around basketball long enough, you know the Clippers it's a terrible franchise. It's just one of those. It's always something. It's always been a mess. They finally got their own stadium. They're going to always be the second team in LA. That's just the bottom line. Right? You got the Lakers. You got the Clippers. Probably should have never left San Diego. So there's this whole thing about Chris Paul, how he has been very vocal with the team. Him and Tyrone Lue haven't spoken. They didn't speak for a couple of weeks. He was being annoying all the way up to management, upper management, right? So here's my thoughts on that. The one thought I do have, if you're in year 20, like LeBron is an anomaly. LeBron is something different. If you're in year 20, know your role, right? Clap, cheer, get your paycheck, get your minimum wage, get your flowers and leave. Don't nobody want to hear about you, man. And first of all, you ain't won nothing. So I get it. You top 75. You've done some great things, but you ain't got a chip in your bag. So a lot of these guys don't want, like, you got Kawhi over there. Kawhi got a chip. Harden ain't got nothing. But they don't want to hear all this noise, man. Not from, you're just the old guy now. You're the old head in the room, right? The YNs, they don't want to hear that. So, it happened. Will he get a shot somewhere? I don't know. Like, who needs a 20-year vet, point guard, 40-something years old? That's a roster spot. Maybe he go back to the Pelicans. They're a mess. He could ride out there. He had a good run there. That's where he started. Maybe he can go there and play. The Lakers, they nixed that years ago. They don't need them right now. They got enough ball handlers. So yeah, I'm not sure what's next for Chris Paul. Maybe he'll land somewhere. I look at guys like Vince Carter did it. He did it quietly. He's probably the reason I say Vince because he's one of the 20-year guys that traveled around the league, right? Dirk did 20, stayed in Dallas. Kobe did his. LeBron, his 20, he didn't do as much traveling, but he did some traveling. But he's been with the Lakers now for a while. So when you look at those guys, they did it a little differently. So it's what it is. So we're done with that. So that's for CP3. Good luck on the next move. Now, another story that's going on came out this week. And incidentally, he got hurt and he's out for 2 weeks. Is Giannis. So there's rumblings now that Giannis wants, he wants to discuss his future with the Bucks. And what does that look like? So probably safe to say that Giannis's time in Milwaukee might be up. And, I've been talking about this for a long time. This started with the Dame Lillard trade. And the wheels fell off from there. Like, you were just coming off a championship. You had Holiday. Middleton, yeah, he got hurt, but we could have replaced that. That's when things start falling apart. And they have not recovered from that. Like, guys are playing okay. But that's when things fell apart for this franchise. And that was a move they thought was good. I didn't think so. I didn't think they don't change it. It works. I know what you thought you were getting, but that's not what you got. So what's with Giannis? Where can he go? So looking around, he wants to go to a contender, right? Can he go to LA? Nope. Holds ball. There's too many ball dominant players there. Could he go to the Warriors? Possibly. But that would probably mean Jimmy Butler, Draymond has to go. I would probably say Draymond, so Giannis can kind of do that role a little bit. And then you package Kuminga because he needs to get out of there. And you throw one of those other guys, like Gary Payton, and find a draft pick or two. So maybe the Warriors. Now, I keep hearing about the Knicks. If I was the Knicks, I'd tell the Bucks, you can take any two players you want except Jalen Brunson. Take any two you want, Cat included. Take any two you want. We'll throw you some draft picks with those two and give us Giannis. Because the odds are they're going to pick either Cat and Anunoby, or they're going to take Cat, and I can't even call the wings guy, and the other guy, the other wing. I just drew a blank on his name. But that's it, right? Mitchell Robinson would stay in, which would work out fine. Josh Hart would get back in the starting lineup. You got Quentin Grimes, you got some shooters, so it could work. They have stuff to trade. Other places, maybe Miami, you'd have to give up a lot. I could see Andrew Wiggins being a part of the deal. I don't think they'll let go of Tyler Hero. I don't think they'll let him go. Definitely not touching Bam. You got some young assets down there, so maybe, but let's keep watch on that one. Maybe we'll have some more for the next episode. But yeah, Giannis is on the move. JJ, I'm sorry, man, but I know this is going to be hard for you, but Giannis might be on the move. But so that's it. Other than that, the league's kind of quiet, right? It's just hoop. It's all about these games now and points. We are going to hit 300. We'll talk about the games over the last couple of weeks. But guys are scoring buckets. Over a 2-week period, there were 11 40-plus games. 2 50-point games. Jamal Murray had 52 the other night. Harden had a 55-point triple-double. Austin Reeves hit 40 the other night. Jaylen Brown scored 40 twice in the last 2 weeks. Somebody else did it too. Anthony Edwards did it. He hit 40 twice. CJ McCollum, this is his second time this year. He dropped 40. Cade had another 42-point game on better shooting. SGA has done it. He's got a few under his belt this year. Spider hit 40. I said Austin Reeves. Jalen Johnson, he had a 40-point game. And I got a shout out to two of my big guys, my favorite big guys. Zubac had a 33-18 game this week. And welcome back Zach Edey, averaging 14-11. He put up 32-17 late last week. Those are my big guys, man. Those are probably my favorite two centers in the league. So a lot of points being scored individually and collectively. Like we will hit 300. I think the highest over this 2-week period, somebody hit 291. The Wolves over the Pelicans was 149, 142. And again, Zion is out. But as far as games go over the last couple of weeks, we've had some good ones, some nail biters. There's teams. We had the Nuggets Rockets on one of those prime Friday nights games. Great game. Reed Shepherd is coming around, man, with the Rockets. He's coming around. I know we were worried about him early on, playmaking ability, but I think he's morphed into that, but he's also scoring points. Like he's scoring. Jokic had 34 that game. They came back. They were down by about 8, came back on a 29 run, took over, won the game. Lakers beat the Jazz by 2, another good game. Rockets, Warrior, and group play. Even without KD, they beat the Warriors, man. I think we may have seen this Warriors team. The runs might be over. This could be it for the Warriors. Celtics, Pistons. Celtics ended the Pistons, 11 game winning streak, 12 game winning streak. This was the game Cade had 42. He's 12 for 26. But Jaylen Brown, man. Jaylen Brown and Pritchard are leading this team without Tatum. And we'll talk about the Celtics in a little bit. We'll talk about Jaylen Brown too. But that was a big win for the Celtics. They had some big wins during the week. Mavs, Lakers. So AD is back, playing healthy. He put up 30. I think he had 30 this game. He wanted to come back and play this game. Got to see everybody. It was a nationally televised game. But it's too much, man. This 1-2 punch of Luka and Austin Reeves it's real. We didn't know if Austin Reeves was going to stick around, if he was going to be consistent, but he's averaging 29. So it's real. Austin Reeves is that guy right now, man. And good for him because it's a money year. So, yeah, dog, I put the top back on. Lakers going to have some decisions to make, but this is one that's easy. Pay them. Another close game, Magic Pistons. The Pistons lost a couple of games after that win streak. Still in good standings, but they lost a couple of close ones. But Cade had 39. Bane had 37. They had a shot. I don't know if you saw this one. So you know how guys always try to... Let me give you a scenario. It was like 4 seconds on the clock. Cade was at the free throw line, and they need 3 to win or 3 to tie. What was the score? I think a 3 to win. So Cade did the perfect off, because if you throw it off the backboard and it comes to you, it doesn't count because the ball has hit the rim. Cade shot it perfectly where it hit the front of the rim and came directly back to him in his hands. So he caught it, kicked it to Duncan Robinson for the shot. Duncan didn't hit it. But just the fact that he was able to do that perfectly was pretty cool. And Duncan's been shooting the ball well, so he missed one, but Duncan has been really, really good for the Pistons, picking up where Malik Beasley left off. He's been pretty good. So we had that one. Spurs Nuggets, great game 2 during the week. Wemby's out, 139-136 Spurs. Vassell has been hooping. He had 37. Murray had 37. So Murray had a 37, a 52. He's been hooping. Bulls Pacers. This one was a tough to watch, man. The Bulls, after starting off so well, man, they kind of hit a wall. Not sure if it was the time of getting Kobe White integrated back into the offense, but Bulls have been struggling, man. I think now they're probably in the ninth seed for the Bulls right now. So this is tough, man. And to watch them lose this game, Siakam gets the ball with about 5 seconds left, man, and he was able to get to a nice, easy. When I tell you easy, he got to the mid-range. He got right to his spot. A couple of nice moves off a screen. He was like a foot by the elbow, nothing but bottom of that game over. You just can't let guys get it, score that easily. But anyway, so a lot of good games during the week. Again, the Celtics-Knicks was another one. Celtics, another big win. We'll talk about the Celtics in a little bit, but they knocked off. This is the Jaylen Brown 42-point game. They beat the Knicks, one of the Wednesday night games, 123-117. A lot of good games, man. The group play, we'll talk about the Emirates Cup. Play is set. We've got the seedings. We've done that. Everybody's played their 4 games, so now we'll get into the playoffs with the championship being the latter part of the month. Yeah, so we got content, man. We're going to keep it flowing today. We got content. So we got through the week, the scores, not a lot of news, but let's talk about these top 5 teams. We're going to talk about the teams and then the players, and we're going to go to the Emirates Cup, right? So, and again, we're going to go bottom to top, right? So in the East, you've heard me talk about the Celtics a little bit, man. I got the Celtics at number 5 right now, even without Tatum. And I think this is a combination of some teams not playing well. Cleveland has yet to show up. Not sure what's going on there. That's probably a team we could talk about with Giannis too, because something's not working. I know guys are out, not healthy, but something isn't jiving in Cleveland. They're just not playing well right now. A lot of the workload is on Donovan, and they haven't been winning games. But on the other side, Boston, Jaylen Brown has put this team. He got his hair thing figured out. He just went, cut it down low, get all the dye out. He's not getting people's jerseys dirty. They won. They beat the Magic, the Pistons, and the Cavs. Those are 3 big wins. That's kind of why I have them in 5, man. Missoula, they're playing. Boston's looking really good right now, man. They play defense too. Typical Boston team, they can score. Jalen's taking on low, Pritchard's taking on low, Hauser. So I got them at 5. Coming in at number 4, and they've jumped up a lot the last few weeks. And a lot of this is due to Norman Powell early on, but Tyler Hero just came back. So I like the Heat at number 4 right now. The Heat has guys that can hoop, man. If you look at Powell, Tyler Hero, Wiggins, Bam, Jaquez off the bench, what's his name, Khalil Ware off the bench. They get a lot of guys that can score buckets, man. And these are all wing guys. So they got good speed. They can get up and down the floor. They play in transition, and they play defense. That's a recipe for wins, man. And that's what they're doing right now. Powell is out. Kind of good transition. Tyler back in. But when Powell comes back, man, this is an explosive lineup. So the Heat will be a team to watch. Toronto comes in 3, and they're also built like the Heat. Like guys that are, like, you look at that 6'5" to 6'9", and you get a bunch of those guys on your roster, you can do a lot of things, especially if they can, shoot and play defense. And that's Toronto's built sort of the same way with B.I., Scotty Barnes, and R.J. Barrett. They're handling the load, man, and they all can shoot, they can dribble, they can pass, they play defense, penetration, pause. Like, they can do it all. So those, that's what's working right now. Number 2 are the Knicks. And the Knicks is kind of pulling it together slowly but surely. Still, Anunoby is still out. But Cat's been playing well, man. And I ain't a huge Cat fan, but he's been staying out of foul trouble. Because, that was a problem earlier in the season, man. He's getting 2 or 3 fouls in the first 5 minutes of the game, and now he's on the bench. But now he's kind of staying out of that. Last couple of games, he had 30 twice, rebounding well. But as a team, man, they have it all. Same way. Good defense. They're second best with a point differential with a 7.2. I think number 1 is the Pistons. I think Pistons are 1 in the East, and that's my number 1 team in the East. They're still number 1. Even though they're 2-3 since the 10-game win streak. They're playing great basketball. Cade is leading. Like, he's the leader. I think we have to talk about Cade. It's, again, repeating all NBA. During All-Star bid this year, should be definitely on All-Star team. And then the Thompsons, they're good. Both twins, I like them. I'm in here. Amir in Detroit. I'm in Houston. But I like where Detroit's going. I'm not going to say they're the old Pistons are old, but they've gotten real gritty in how they play and then playing close games and then winning close games. So that's my 1 through 5 in the East. We go Detroit, give you the Knicks, Toronto, Miami, and Boston. On the outside looking in, the Magic are really close. They've been playing well without Paolo. He'll be back soon. Wagner's been playing well. And then Cleveland just got to figure it out. I don't know what's going on in Cleveland, but they got to figure it out. Excuse me. Now, when we go over to the West, again, same thing, 5-1. Coming in number 5, even without Wemby, the Spurs are competitive in winning games. Barnes, they just have injuries. Like, guys have been out. Only 2 dudes who played the whole season thus far our Vassell and Harrison Barnes. Fox is back. Fox has been amazing when he's back. That's probably right. They were able to let Chris Paul go. And Dylan Harper's back. And he picked up, when we talk about the rookies, he picked up right where he left off, man. He's jumped in. He's averaging about, I think since he's been back, 15, 16 a game, right? So didn't miss a beat. So hopefully they get Wemby back soon. And I think if they get Wemby back, it's going to be tough, but they might be able to climb up a little bit because the four ahead of them, any one of them, I think number one is a lot, but 2, 3, and 4 can be interchangeable at any point in this season. So number 4, I got Denver. Denver struggled a little bit on the last couple of weeks, and they're playing better on the road. They're 9-2 on the road and like 6-4 at home. But they got some injuries now. Braun has been out for a while, so hopefully he's back soon. Now Gordon is out. I think he's out for a couple more weeks. So now it's about Murray's healthy. It's him and Joker, right, carrying the team. Cam Johnson, man, I know we keep talking about him. This trade looks better for New Jersey because I'm telling you something, man. Take the over on Michael Porter every night because he's scoring buckets, man. I got the green light, and if he continues at this pace, he'll start. We'll be talking about him in scoring titles pretty soon. He has that kind of ability, especially if you give him the green light. So I'm a little concerned about Denver only for health reasons. I think with Joker and Murray, they'll keep some teams away, but they got to get healthy, and they got to get healthy soon. Number 3 are the Rockets, man. And the Rockets, we talked a little bit about Reed and Easton, and I think they're probably the keys to their success right now, being able to add a little bit of depth to this roster, right? We know the frontline guys, no questions about KD, no questions about Sagoon. Amen Thompson, he's turned into a star. I'm not a superstar, but he's turned into a star. I think he's given a lot more than what was expected of him so far this season. And they're playing defense too. They're the plus 11-5. And that's second in the West, probably third in the league, right? So they're playing defense. And it's funny. I've said teams are playing defense, but the points are up. So it's like they're playing defense in spurts where they have to make stops. Or they're playing great defense, but teams are playing greater offense. Like, teams are scoring very efficiently. Like, we're seeing 140, and it's not a 140 off of 35% shooting. So I don't want you to think, like, how is he saying that teams are playing better defense, but they're also playing more efficient on offense? Like, guys can score. You just want to keep your team down and make stops when you need to. So they were the Rockets at 3. Number 2, man, I think this is one of my old Kobe shirts. I got a zillion of these. Yeah, we back. I kind of enjoy watching them. Luka and Reeves are fun to watch. I ain't gonna even lie, man. Watching Luka perform every night, the way he shoots it with ease from anywhere it's fun. It's fun to watch. I'll just say that it's fun to watch. Still concerned about him because right now it's a 1-2 team. LeBron is back. He'll be the third guy, which is crazy to say, but I don't think they have enough depth. We'll get a taste of it when I talk about the Emirates Cup because they're in it. We'll see how they perform. I know it's not the playoffs, but it's got a little bit of playoff setting, right? I don't think they have enough depth, and they're not getting anything out of guys like Vanderbilt, who they thought they were going to get. But, he's a guy that can defend, but what else is he giving you? And that kind of goes to my point. Some of these guys can defend, but they can also give you 10 to 15 points. We're not getting that out of him. So where is that going to come from on the bench? Marcus Smart has been out. So where's that extra bench scoring coming from? So that's my concern with the Lakers. I don't have any concerns with OKC. I got concerns about the rest of the league. And my only concern with OKC is I don't think we've seen the best of them yet because they haven't been at full steam with everyone healthy. Like Jay Williams just came back, but only SGA has played all 22 games. Cason Wallace is next is 21. So I think this team is only going to get better, which is kind of scary. They're 21-1 now, and they lost that one game to Portland, which was like by 2 points. They could easily be 22-0. SGA, they not a whole lot to say besides they're just damn good right now. And this could be something we're going to see for the next few years. You know, they have caps, they have draft picks, they got money. So let's just see. I'm not going to get into the are they going to be 72-10 or 73-9? None of that matters. Are they going to win a championship? Probably. I don't think anybody can beat them in a 7-game series. Not even. I just don't think anybody can do it. But we'll see. We'll see. So there you go. OKC, Lakers, Rockets, Denver, Spurs. Some of these teams will be matching up pretty soon with this Emirates Cup coming up. So it'll be exciting to see. But even tonight, I think we had a couple of good games on. I think OKC and the Lakers are tonight on Prime, one of these Prime games, which sucks, but we'll see them. So we got the teams. Before I get into the top 5 players, let's go Emirates Cup real quick to kind of show you how this is played out. So everyone has played 4 games in the Cup. So we're done with all of the pool play, we'll call it. If you play AAU ball, we'll call it pool play. So now it's Sunday, right? We're getting in the tournament. So remember, to give you a little background, we have 3 groups in each conference. So you have an A, B, and C in the East, same in the West. So in the East, the Magic went 4-0 in Group B. The Raptors went 4-0 in Group A. The Knicks went 3-1 in Group C. And the Heat went 3-1 and got the wild card spot. So your matchups now are going to be the Magic versus the Heat. And remember, these are one and done. Magic versus the Heat. And then the Raptors versus the Knicks. My picks for that are the Heat and Knicks will win that one. Then the Knicks will go into the championship. Over in the West, Thunder won Group A 4-0. The Lakers won Group B 4-0. Group C was won by the Spurs. Now remember, Group C is the one I told you I was just heavy. So the Spurs were 3-1. Denver, Houston, and Portland were 2-2. That's how close it was. So the Suns, they were 3-1 in Group A, and they got the wild card, which is crazy. They haven't been playing that great. We haven't talked about the Suns, but it's good for them. But the only problem is they got to play the Thunder. So Thunder, Suns, Lakers, Spurs. I like the Thunder and the Lakers winning this. I like the Thunder beating the Lakers. And the championship would be the Knicks versus the Thunder, with the Thunder winning it all again. By this time, the Thunder are going to be like 30-2. Right? Watch it. I'd be surprised if they lose 5 games by the All-Star break, but we'll see. So there's your cup. We'll see that starting later in the week. I don't think they play tonight, but later in the week we'll get those games going. So there's the cup. So we're gonna end the show with and I got some more changes, man. Things are moving. It's fluid, like we say, right? This top 5 every week. And it's normally the bottom 4 or 5 that change. 1, 2, and 3 not going to change a lot. But coming in number 5, I know I had Lauri Markkanen up in there last week, but Jaylen Brown, he had a couple of 40-point games. I'm giving him the 5 spot, man. Right now, he's averaging 29, 6, and 5. He's gotten, for me, he's gotten Boston up into my top 5, so he deserves to slide up in the top 5 too with his team. So shout out to Jaylen Brown. And he got his hair right, so he's good. Number 4 is Cade Cunningham. I told you he's all NBA. He got the number 1 seed in the team, number 1 team in the East right now. 28, 7, and 9, shooting 45%. And that's including a couple of games where he just shot crazy. But Cade's a winner, man. Coming out of Oklahoma State. You've seen the development, the growth in the last few years with the Pistons. And right now he's got this team and they're playing well together. They're number 1. 2 and 3 is hard for me. But I'm looking at where your team sits. So number 3 is Joker. And I know some of my Joker fans are going to go crazy. Joker's still number 3. He could be 1 or 2. But right now I'm taking him 3 just by, I'm just looking at totality, what his teams are doing, despite how, Joker's doing something. Again, he's still leading the league in assists and rebounds. and averaging 29 and shooting an uncanny 61% from the field. And he shoot threes. So, to be holding 61% shooting is crazy. But I think his numbers are probably going to increase with the injuries that they have. Joker's probably going to, he'll be over 30 by the next week and a half. He'll be averaging over 30. Number 2 is Luka Magic, man. If you haven't really watched the Lakers game, this new skinny Luka is something to be dealt with, man. If he can stay injury-free, I haven't seen a guy, if you watch the way he shoots off the dribble, I don't even know who to compare his game to as far as smoothness. Maybe an old George Gervin, but it's smooth to watch him. I just enjoy watching him off the dribble, his moves, and then shoot the three, man. He got a sweet shot. The moves are slow motion moves. Like, they ain't super quick. But the handle, he'll get you left to right. You off balance, he gonna get the shot. So I got Luka at 2. And then, so with that being said, we know who number 1 is, man, right now. SGA. Could he get another MVP back-to-back? Possibly. I think Luka and Joker is his main competition because I don't see their numbers changing at any point during this year. Their teams are performing. But SGA, I think the stat, and I couldn't find the exact number, but I think he has, over the last 2 years, close to 100 plus 20-point games in a row. Something crazy like that. Maybe 80 to 120 plus games in a row. Like, the dude can score, man. He's just tough, man. He's tough. He can get a bucket. He's another one that's just fun to watch, man. But his game is so herky-jerky. But he got moves. He can get you going left to right. You're falling down. You're going to foul him. So that's where I got. SGA is number 1 for me. That's just where he is right now. SGA is number 1 on the board. So, again, SGA 1, Luka 2, Jokic number 3, Cade at 4, Jaylen Brown at 5. I think that's fair. That's fair. Lauri's still playing well. There's some other guys you can look at. Anthony Edwards is right there. Spider is having a great year. Because, again, he's another one. I don't know if it's just too much on him right now and they're not winning games. He's not getting the help. But overall, there's some guys that are really hooping right now in the league. Hell, I could consider Austin Reeves, too, for that matter. He's up there. But there are guys playing. Now for our rookies, man. A little bit of a change in the rookies. Dylan's back. Again, I'm going to go 5-1. Dylan's back. Last 3 games, I think he had 15, 17, 16. They're down some men, and he stepped right in where he, just hooping. So he's there. VJ came in at number 4, man. I think VJ came out the gates kind of hot. He's cooled off a little bit. Still effective. Don't get me wrong. Still effective. Averaging 14, 6, and 4. He had a good game last night. So he's fine. He just got to average it out now. He has some single-digit games recently, so he just got to pick it up a notch. Number 3 is Jeremiah Fears. Again, hometown boy at Joliet. Last 3 games, 20 plus points the last 3 games. He a bucket he's down there in no man's land down in New Orleans. But he taking advantage of his situation, right? He on the floor, he getting his shots up, he's scoring points. So good for him. He's averaging 16. Now these next 2 dudes, I want to see how it comes down to these guys, man. Duke teammates, man, and both. Flag is finally getting his rhythm. He's getting his points. He had 30. I think his last 4 games, he had 22, 24, and 35. His last 3 games. He's at 17, 7, and 3 right now. Shooting is getting better. Still not shooting well from the 3, about 25%, but shooting 47 from the field. And he's still, again, he's playing that point forward role for them. So the ball's in his hand a lot. And he's done well controlling the tempo of the game, man. And Clay talked about him the other day. He just said he enjoys being a mentor, a coach to him, and he probably couldn't get a better guy, especially now that you're getting this kind of ghetto Clay we got going, man. It's giving you the best of both worlds. So shout out to Clay too, man. So Coop's playing well. Coop is fine. Gonna be a dogfight for Rookie of the Year with his boy Con Kneppel. And this dude just hooping, man. Kneppel had four straight games of 25 plus over the last 2 weeks. But he another one. He kind of got the green light down there. Playing with Melo and forgot the other guy's name, but he's number 3 in scoring on the squad. So Kneppel's in a great place. He shoots 7 to 8 threes a game. That's helping him. But he's shooting 40% from the 3, 90 from the free throw line. He borderline could be a 50, 40, 90 guy this year. He's shooting 45 from the 2. But he has that ability, right? So he's that kind of guy. So we'll see. But I like both of them in that Rookie of the Year chase. I think is a 2-man game between those two. We'll see. These other guys, Jeremiah Fears may step in, right? He's been playing well too. So we'll see. So that's where we are, man. Catching up. It's been a good couple of weeks of hoop. We'll have our Friday night games. We'll get after it. Then we'll see this cup progress. So let's just keep watching, see how many 40-point scores we get this week, and who's going to break that 300-point game. I don't know if we should do something special when we get. Maybe I give me a little sign that say 300, because it's going to happen this year. It's got to happen. So hey, again, happy Friday to you all, man. Thanks always, man. Viewership is a little down this year. I know we're trying to get this rhythm up, but I'm trying to be consistent for you all. Get this out to you on Friday afternoon, early evening, so you can catch it before you get the games going, or you get out in the streets, whatever your fun may be. So hey, again, let's get this holiday season going. Happy holidays and God bless, man. And thanks again.